today, so I didn't queue that many. I only queued 2. But yeah, I still have the one from yesterday, the circuit game
Mhm.
that I lost. And I did win the 2 today, so that's something.
I
Nice, I
see.
guess.
I see. So that circuit game, is that the one you wanted to go over? So against any folk kind of compositions, that's what you wanted?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's go with that then. And yeah, is there's anything else in specific you want to pay attention to?
Uh I mean, I don't really know myself, but I feel like you could probably tell from the gameplay what I need to improve on.
Sure. Yeah, of course. Yeah, let's take a
Yeah.
look. Okay, I'm gonna screen share. Make sure to send me the code as well.
Yeah. I guess this one.
Okay.
Yep.
Right. I'm screen sharing. Can you see my stream just fine? Is it working for you?
Yep.
Okay then, let's take a look here. Definitely not easy map to play at, but possible. Well, specifically Doomfist, I would say. But if you play Sig, we can go. Yeah. So you want to go over Sigma here, or Doomfist?
Probably Sigma, because
Sigma.
it'll be extremely rare that I play Doomfist on defense in this map.
Yeah, makes sense, makes sense. Yeah, I just remember you've been mentioning that you play both, so yeah. Okay, that's
Yeah.
let's take a look. Well, maybe any thoughts right away because you're on this map because of this composition. You have anything you want to look at in specific as Sigma?
Um, I don't really know. Uh, I
That's
guess
what.
my positioning,
Mhm,
because
mhm,
I always struggle where I should sit, especially on this first point.
mhm,
But I don't know whether it's better to sit on high ground and expect them to run like a monkey and try and dive, or whether I should
mm,
hold close, expecting the Sigma duel.
mm. So, well, let's put it this way. Oh, because as a Sigma, you quite long range character. There's a lot of poke you can do. Generally speaking, trying to just force the enemy resources early before they get to you. So it's gonna be quite important how you do that. But your positioning most of the time is definitely. We should be trying to look to play in areas where most of your team can follow up. Basically, if I have these guys here, for instance, well, let's take a look. Your team is positioned kind of around the high ground here. So, what is that area you need to look to control at the moment? Overall, like in
Uh,
general, yeah.
Probably like just the main,
Yeah.
like just down the main road.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, just watching the sidelines. Yeah, see, because Bap and Anna, they cannot exactly see maybe like too much towards here where the cart is, but definitely they're able to see more of this area, sort of. And this is where most of your resources should be. There's something I want to keep an eye on. But yeah, let's watch. Let's see how you do it here. Okay, some of the early pressure here, going after the Sigma, sure, doing a little bit of poking damage there. Okay. It's going relatively well for you because you got a pick, so you definitely had advantage there. You can be using resources a little bit more actively because of it, but no, let's see. So say this is where it's a little bit less ideal, I would say. So if I'm looking at you using resources, overall, I would start with, well, let's just start with the shield management and then your rock usage as well. Because I did mention we're trying to control the area where most of your team can attack. So at the start, it went relatively well. You guys got a pick. You're pushing up. I think that makes sense. You kind of keep pushing with the rest of your core as well. Yeah, placing your shield a little bit more aggressively, but then later, when the enemy team gonna reset, when they're gonna have more of their members, you see, like the junior is coming back. We still have 5, but you want to think about your shield placement first of all. If I'm looking to control this area over here, so it's this yellow. Let's call it yellow. Ideally, your shield shouldn't be exposed to anything else rather than this yellow area, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to position in a way so my shield will not get too damaged. Because if you position it this way, for example, yeah, like I'll position it diagonally, like you did most of the time, or like a little bit too forward here. Some of the guys in the back, or like generally speaking, the enemy team here, they will be able to shoot your shield for free without even walking towards the area. But what you want to do is make sure they walked and then shoot the shield. So it's much more. Let's put it this way: you putting them in an awkward spot. Yeah, you really want them to exist in the area where most of your team can attack. So see, it's kind of the same thing as with Zarya bubbles or with Winston bubble. I don't want to use that too early. I don't want to exactly be overexposed to those resources. So for example here, if I'm looking at your next shield, yeah, like this one, okay? Is that shield, like, if you use it now, is it something what's contributing entirely to this yellow area in a way? You see that? It's understandable that you also maybe want a little bit more aggressively, but see how it's a little bit overexposed in some of the members here. While they play passive, they're still able to actively shoot the shield. Okay, you see what I mean here?
Yeah.
Okay. So anything you can do to place the shield differently, place it a little bit better. What's your thoughts? Like angle it a little bit better in a way.
Um, I could try and place it a little bit more behind the stairs.
Potentially, yeah. I would say that, yeah. So you place it behind the stairs, and maybe if you guys like to push up, which makes sense, then place it like this way at least, so we're not exactly overexposing it. Yeah, this is something to pay attention to, because if you do overexpose it, then a lot of your shield might get forced out before the actual engage in this area. As you can see here, yeah, your shield starts breaking, but these guys, they're really like trying to walk actively, and this is where it's might be a little bit awkward, especially with this placement too. Yeah, I don't want to place the shield like too forward again, but I'm placing it rather somewhere around here. Should be placing it somewhere around this corner, maybe this way, so it's not overexposing. Okay, let me actually show you some of these examples, because this is gonna be our first study, shield placement, and the second idea is gonna be about the rock usage. But yeah, I'm just gonna find, are there any good examples of the Sigma? I usually share some of those with my students. Okay, they are probably some of the good Sigma shield management. Let me take a look. Yeah, maybe like this one. I think KSA is definitely pretty good. I have one of the examples saved there. Actually, there's similar map too. Okay, let's take a look. So your initial shield management, a lot of times you find with just placing it a little bit too early, but then make sure most of your shield is ready. Yeah, most of your shield is ready for the actual yellow area for this corner. Yeah, where most of your team is fighting. And we could see here, when your shield is down, like this point of time, yeah, like not most of your shield, but a lot of your shield is down. They first of all able to walk easily, like past it, and then you don't have most of it to answer the enemy aggression. You can see, for example, here. KSA, well, they do a little bit of poke damage. Sure, they using, well, the grasp is also another one they can use, but the instantly removing that later. So you have most of it right to fight the corner. I'd say the placement though. See how patient they are. Like this guy on the other team though, they're overpeaking the shield. They really exposing it too early, so they cannot push comfortably later. The KSA on the other hand, they're being more sort of conservative. Yeah, they're not using it right away, which is great. But once the enemy is in the area, they start using it. Well, you still can hold the corner around where you did. in your case, maybe it's still worth it if you know this guy's approaching it like slightly too close. Do it the way he did as well. Try to go back or maybe go up the stairs so you have enough distance. But the main thing remains the same. Yeah, we want these guys to walk forward before actually using something. Yeah, because this is gonna be great example here. Okay, and the second idea is about the rock. Your rock is just mainly to, well, actually, what's your thoughts on the rock? How do you usually use that? Yeah, your rock typically. What do you
Um,
do with that?
in a Sigma duel, I kind of try and, I guess, save it for when they use grasp, or when they just after
Mhm.
they like re-pick up the shield.
If you, okay, let's put it this way: when you don't have to rock the Sigma, are there any cases when you can rock anybody else there as well?
When someone pushes up, that
When
goes past the Sigma shield.
maybe. What are you looking for? Is it just their positioning or anything else?
Um,
Any triggers for you to look at when you're using the rock? Yeah, for example, if you look at the Genji, can I use a rock on the Genji right away if he walked past the Sigma shield?
no, because it probably still have dash.
Yeah, probably still has dash. Yeah, so see, this idea is gonna be really important. You want to use rock on anyone who is committed. So I'm gonna write it down. Anyone who is being active. Yeah, let's say that. And being active, it means one, enemy team. First of all, they use their cooldowns. Okay, use their CDs, and I think another trigger, and and that's the one you mentioned, is if they walk forward a little bit too much. Yeah, they kind of commit towards your space. Yeah, they start walking. Commit towards your space. Yeah, just writing it down in a summary. That's what you want. And we can see here maybe what are the options for you to use your rock. Well, so this guy Genji just used the shield, right? I mean, used the dash, but he's also not positioned too far. Yeah, what do you say? Like, could you potentially maybe rock him? I'm not too sure. Well, because of the location, right? You would end up a little bit too far, but maybe. Yeah, if you have the range, maybe if I'm sitting here, I still able to rock him because he has no resources to answer, and then after that finish him with the left click. But be careful. Yeah, be careful with committing. Yeah, let's say what we could be doing later. We could be, yeah, maybe finding somebody over here, like let's say Moira, use her fate as well, and also punish her. But yeah, it's always something you want to keep an eye on. Okay, do you have any questions so far? Those two ideas, main ideas, shield management to rock usage, or that? Yeah, that's all over it makes sense.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give you more examples. Let's watch through. So your shield placement, rock usage purely. Is this to me seems like the most important here. Okay, so what's your thoughts? Good attempt, bad attempt? What do you think? Are these guys actively committed?
Um,
Oh, it seems. Yeah,
I I reckon it was a decent attempt just because, well,
yeah,
the reason I went for it in game anyway was he was half health and he
yeah,
just used grass. So
yeah,
if I hit it, it's a good chance we can
yeah.
just burst him down really fast.
Yeah, this is decent. Yeah, and see how forward they are too. Yeah, everybody on your team can follow up. Remember, I mentioned your team should be able to do something with the area. Still applies to the rock. Rock is something what your team needs to control. Whenever you stun, CC something, your team needs to be around. Yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna write it down this way. Time with team pressure. Okay, let's keep watching. This is a decent attempt. Just a little bit. Yeah, the execution part didn't went well. Okay, now, oh, sorry. Now we're just approaching so this high ground, yeah, a little bit of pressure towards there. And now, what's your thoughts on the shield management there? I think, yeah. What do you think? Good shield placement? Maybe place it better, or what do you think?
Um, I reckon that one's all right. Probably could place it back a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. I think this is decent though. This is definitely one of those examples where you make these guys walk forward a little bit more before actually be able to shoot the shield, and this is where your team is able to apply pressure as well. Yeah, maybe angle it not towards this choke on the right side because you're not pushing it yet, but an angle it this way for now. But then it's pretty decent, I think. Yeah, for the most part, why not? Right. Let's go back. See your rock. What do you think? Should we rock the Sigma or like yeah? What was your thought process here, with the rock?
I didn't really have one. Kind of just used it in game.
Yeah. So I think here it's really good if you maybe what I would do. There's a small tag, but still important. This guy's also using the rogue, by the way. But they missed they missed that they used it second, so you just stun them right away. But I would do it this way. Maybe scare somebody off, like who can potentially rock as well, like this Moira. She still for some reason fades. Maybe she assumes that you're trying to rock her. But also you can maybe try to attempt to rock the Genji and then turn around. But it's alright, I think. There's not too much to do. Okay, getting nano, pushing up. Yeah, so see here, this is where this downtime. Yeah, nobody using the resources. So this guy just used grasp, so he's not weak anymore. You want to use on anybody, rock on anybody who's been active with their resources. But now this guy can block your rock, so it's a little bit too late or too early. Yeah, you can use it later. Definitely don't fixate on also using rock on the Sigma too much, because who is active, it really depends on the situation. Maybe the Genji is being active, or maybe the Hans is being active because they take an angle. You cannot always control that in a way. Yeah. Okay, your Genji Blades, you have to push forward. This is fine. Okay, pull him back. Sure. Now, this is a decent corner to hold. Okay. So see, yeah. Again, something I want to be careful with. Where my team's controlling space, you see that? How should you place your shield because of where your team is now?
Uh, so they have to push up in front of the slight line
Mm-hmm.
instead of me peeking them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So where you would be and where you will place your shield then? You still want to
Uh,
be here or?
Probably closer to, I guess, where the Torb is right now.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, eventually move up back to here. I definitely think you can provide a lot of poke potential later going on if you on the top there as well. But yeah, it's kind of you start here, move back, but then your shield will be maybe at the start something like here-ish. This would be fine, and then we'll place it somewhere in this way. Yeah, just right, not in front of everybody exactly. You don't have to. Mainly, shield is there to protect you, make sure you safe, absorbing the pressure in the right way. But yeah, don't overexpose it. Yeah, because now you're low on resources. You're forced to use your grasp early. The Sigma walks with a full shield and might end up not that well for you. You cannot hold spaces comfortably anymore because of it. Yep. So you guys have to give it up. Same about here. Yeah, see how weak your shield is again. Good ultimate. Good ultimate there though. Yeah, you're getting nano too. Okay. Push up, makes sense. See, whenever you have those phases when it's before the fight, you're pushing the staggers, you can definitely be more active with your shield and placing it such way when you're going forward, like you do now. But whenever it's not the case, and always think about, okay, where my team likes to fight, and then make sure you have most of it. Yeah, like those guys, they're ready to fight. It's sort of equal fight, so now you need most of your shield. Like this one, this is better. This is better. Maybe place it slightly more towards this angle, so you're able to also cover the fire from this angle. But this is more decent. to me. Just placing it slightly more in the back. The rock attempt is good. See that this guy is being active. They use an ultimate. They're pretty weak. So I think this can work. Hmm. Yeah, now you have to reset really. Okay. Let's see. Okay, forward, sure. Yeah, they can space there. What's your thoughts on the rock there? Who should you rock and why? It feels like you attempt to rock the Sigma again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your
Yeah, just
thoughts on
missed.
it? Is it... Mm-hmm.
Um, well, uh, I don't know, I kind of just wasted it, if anything.
It feels like if you rock now, yeah, see, it's like the attempt. Yeah, one of the triggers is for us definitely, we're looking into if the enemy commits something, they use their CDs. But to me, let's put it this way. Yeah, like another perspective is whenever using your rock on something, you want to make sure it's either gets you a kill. Yeah, that's one perspective. Okay, just gonna write it down. Rock should get you a kill. It's usually if you're using it one of the squishes. Or it should be able to force a lot of cooldowns. So even though your attempt is to rock the Sigma here, are you gonna get him killed or force a lot of cooldowns if you rock him now?
Uh, probably, probably force cooldowns.
Yeah, force cooldowns. Well, possibly. Well, what kind of cooldowns?
Probably just the attention of probably the Moira.
Is a good time to do so.
No.
Why not?
My team can't really follow up on it.
So I think this is gonna be main factor for you. Whenever you're trying to force out the resources, so force CDs, yeah, anything you want to, make sure an enemy is a little bit more committed. Yeah, you need to probably, well, let's say I rock him on the stairs. Well, this is definitely my team will have an easy time following up on. Or they've walked past the choke here. They start walking. This is where my team can follow up. Something for you to look for really is whenever the enemy team, they kind of in between their rotation. So see here, this is a corner where they easily able to break line of sight with your team, maybe going from here or even, yeah, they use this pillar, they walk slightly more back, they can cut off a lot of pressure from your team, but make it this way so when the enemy starts walking from one corner to another, so maybe start walking from this A towards B, yeah, when they're in the middle of their rotation, then you start using the rock on them. So your team can follow up on that pressure more. Because I don't think it's a bad target to follow on the Sigma, but just do it at a better time. Like do it now, for example. Yeah, rock this guy, Genji, or like rock the Sigma. Well, Sigma has the shield, so you gotta be aware of that too. Yeah, make sure you force that out. But you see what I mean? Yeah, from positional perspective, making sure they walk a little bit more. It really requires you looking around. Like now there would be perfect time maybe to rock this guy because he's also using the shift and also in the middle, being in the middle of rotation. hmm And shield management, yeah, careful when you're placing like a little bit too forward. I think it makes sense now, because you using your Torb ultimate, yeah. But later, once the Torb ultimate wears out, you don't have an advantage. You probably will be placing it, yeah, like you did there. There was a good shield. And the Sigma, yeah, they're pushing you. Okay, I probably can't touch there. It's alright. Okay, any questions you got so far?
No, not really.
Okay, yeah, I'm thinking if you like, we can watch a couple of fights there, and we can also do a live game. Try to apply some of this stuff. Are you comfortable with that?
I mean, I could
You what?
try, but I don't really get my computer. I don't really order my computer till next week, and my game kind of runs, uh, kind of not great when I'm streaming it.
Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, the quality is not as good. That's what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. Okay. No, I think
Yeah.
it's fine. Yeah. Yeah. We can focus on the what review now. Then later we can do the live session if you're comfortable with that too. I think. But yeah, so far shield management, rock usage, something for you to pay attention to. Okay, those two things. And okay, then we can pick on the third one. Anything else? Yeah, so there are not gonna be too many. Hmm. What happened to our shield there? Yeah, see, this is what I mean. Like, you wanna avoid this. You not controlling the space yet. Don't place the shield here. If you really wanna, then place it this way. If you're protecting your team from any sort of spam, a one-shot threat, maybe like the Hanzas, maybe place it for a little. You walk in, yeah. But because you don't have it now, see, your team is not comfortable fighting this corner anymore. You have to hide. You can fight anybody, yeah? But now you would place it, potentially, to fight these guys. Yeah. Just all together, it's connected. You're not able to apply pressure, and because you're not able to apply pressure, you're not absorbing resources, and then the rest of your team, they cannot take spaces comfortably. There's a high chance for them to die. Okay. Now, yeah, let me
I think I
just...
swapped here.
Yeah, okay. Let's swap to one. Swap the Doomfist. Okay. You want to go over the Doomfist here? Or you want to focus on the Sig? If you want to focus on the Sig more, you can also do another game if you got one.
I don't have another sick game.
Yeah, it's up to you. Yeah, we can go over this on the Doomfist if you like, or if you have anyone, any else, any other game.
I have a King's Row game.
Yeah, whatever you like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm just gonna write down, for Sigma, yeah, then they have been mainly those two things, shield management and your rock usage for now. It's good to fix. Okay. Got it. Let's watch. Well, Doomfist. What's your thoughts on the Doomfist then? Yeah, anything specific you've been struggling with in here?
Mainly I think against any kind of burst damage character like Hog and characters like that that already can just instantly kill the character.
Hmm. Okay. So you find yourself getting hooked a bit too often and getting poked out a lot. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. So getting a charge punch. Right. Okay. How do you position as Doomfist usually? What are you looking for?
What do you mean? Like,
Just in
where would
general,
I
maybe
usually
any
sit?
general positions for you to look for, like maybe anything you wanna, anything you wanna do typically on the Doomfist, like any thoughts you
Uh,
usually have.
kind of sitting, I guess, on a corner is usually where I usually position.
So it's kind of like the way you did there, basically. Yeah, you been playing around this corner. So we started off with the choke, right? We started off to just
Yeah.
push that, trying to push that ram. And then you also push from here to here. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. I see. Okay. Now, let's put it this way. When you're trying to attack, okay, my problem with this type of playstyle is that most of your team, they want to come from the choke anyway. They want to attack from this area. Let's call it A, for example. Anyway. Yeah, so if I'm attacking from A, and you also attacking from A, this guy, over like for anybody in general, it's too easy to hide from your pressure. So for instance, if you use your right click, you use your punch on this guy, and my Zenyatta attacks with me at the same time. If I'm dodging you guys, it's like really big. It's really easy to do because you're attacking from the same side. Or I can also dodge this Widowmaker shot just with one swing around the corner. Okay, but you wanna make it harder for the enemy to do so. Yeah, you don't want to attack with one punch from one place. Yeah, with one big pressure, like all your pressure from one place. Ideally, you wanna try to take different angles so even though, let's put it this way, if you're Zenyatta trying to shoot from angle A, and then this guy is trying to hide around the cover, yeah, you want to have a possibility to to punish that guy, okay? And this really reliant on your setup. You need to get in a position to be able to do so. So, what's your thoughts? Any better position for you to look for? Maybe sort of any crossfire you could create with the rest of your team. So while they attack from A, you could attack from anywhere else. Where would you be?
Um, Usually, what I do every King's Row map today is I'd position like probably just beside the little tower there,
Mm-hmm.
like to
So,
like the
so
opposite side where
take
Ram
the
is right now.
position B, yeah, like here-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, potentially, yeah. Well, I think why not? Yeah, if you're attacking the Sigma, sorry, the Ramatra now, this is definitely possible. Yeah, this is what I call you trying to, as a Doomfist, usually trying to take those more 90 or 180 angles. Okay. Well, you can call those off angles. You know, this word off angle, what that means is you're trying to position away from the rest of your core because you have a lot of mobility. That is something you want to abuse. That is something you maybe because you do that. Well, first you create this good value with your position and being proactive. And the enemy might be pushing you, and then it's easy for you to land something. Yes, some of your abilities, like your punch, for example, and also you really distract an enemy. You split the attention. They might push you, or they might push the rest of the core. If they push you, your core really does well here. They just push through. If they are pushing the rest of your core, then they making it easy. This Ramato making it easy for him to punch you. So see right away, you should instead of punching, get the setup first. Summon first. Some to get here, and then punch something. Yeah. Maybe you will not get to punch, but at least you got the best setup possible. It will got you got really good position to control that space. And see, this is something then you would want to do later as well. So instead of you punching from front line to front line, yeah, where the rest of your core goes, where should you go to be able to create that crossfire? Any good position for you to land at, like this 90
Uh,
or like 180 angle in a way.
Top right,
Mm-hmm.
like on the high ground.
Top right, yeah, exactly, yeah. So it might be why I'm saying like 90 angles. So yeah, what that means is it's your team going from here, and you go from this way. You form this perpendicular angle. You're attacking from a perpendicular side. Well, there first of all, it's easier for you to land a punch most of the times, because those guys gonna be strafing against this angle A, and yeah, you provide a lot of destruction towards the enemy team. You might even go towards C position at the end and also punch the enemy towards your team, which is just pretty great. Yeah, you just make them more open in the area. So your Sombra can hack, your Genji can dash, your Zenyatta can also right click something, Discord easier. But now you're attacking from the same side, and it's harder for your team to walk forward. You still successfully do it in a way, but the enemy get better traits eventually. And maybe you get this break, so you might win. Okay, I will show you an example of what I mean with 90 and 180 angles, same as I did on Sigma. Let me just find you something. Yeah, so Doomfist. One of the good Doomfist been on Overwatch League, something like Burner. Yeah, I got some good words there. Let me see. Maybe this one. Okay, Doomfist. Just trying to find folder. Okay, got it. Okay, this one. 1 second. You can watch it later as well if you like. I can give you a few links, but so far it's just this. You always watch the good Doomfist. They set up first. They get in a position, trying to take an angle, and that would be the case with Murder too. So the rest of his core, they're trying to rotate through the middle here, so this choke on the left. Now, what he is able to do well, first of all, try to go towards the stairs. Yeah, this creates slight distraction for the enemy team. Now, the enemy Orisa, for instance, they don't know where to push. Yeah, do they push the burner or do they push the rest of the core on the left or the tracer on the right or like Echo? Where yeah, because those angles are so split, it's hard to do. And that is the same case for something like Ram there. In general, any brawl compositions is gonna be tough for them to push in the multiple directions. So see what Bernard does. He's really trying to set up going more 90 angle. And if these guys are pushing him, then he can try to create the pressure. Yeah, he's even going more 180 angle, like I mentioned. Yeah, so going from the back, slamming, and then punching towards your team. Yeah, or maybe if you got a wall, that's also creates a kill potential. Here's no wall, unfortunately. So just punching towards an enemy, towards I mean his team. And that's your constant cycle. You're down the pressure, unless there's a big kill potential. You're always trying to set up first. So see again, there's no kill potential. We're trying to see, okay, what are my setup options? Yeah, maybe try to flank around here while my rest of the core is playing here. He forms this 90 angle from the this A position. He can just attack from here while the rest of his core is gonna play at B, and it's gonna be easier for him to land the punch. You see again, punching towards, yeah, punching towards, or just maybe perpendicular punches gets value again. We just have the same cycle. Once they got big advantage, he can be more aggressive with the cooldowns, go maybe from front line to front line, like the way you did. You can just instantly punch from the corner where you set up, but at the start, whenever you don't have any advantage, you always wanna make sure you set up. Yeah. So this can be a good example here. Okay, any questions about that example or that everything's clear?
No, not really.
Okay. Yeah, you guys eventually break through, but it's just less comfortable, really. That's what it feels like. You could be controlling space in a much easier way, and you would cap much faster. Yeah, you would cap the point faster, definitely. I say this is fine. If you punch from front line to front line, like in this case, when you have a big advantage, that's okay. But when the real fight starts, yeah, when you're not pushing the staggers or anything like that, you need to set up. So now, it's a time for you to think about the setup. Where you want to go, if you would set up properly.
Probably top right.
Yeah, top right, maybe sitting here, the enemy walks through the choke, and then you punch them either towards the wall, funny kill, or you just punch them towards your team, at least, yeah? So don't just sit front line to front line. It's not too bad you may be being slightly more aggressive now, because the rest of their core is coming back, but later, keep that in mind. What is that position they're gonna use eventually, once they're gonna be 5v5? So basically now you shouldn't be here anymore, because the rest of the core is coming back. You just should be on the top right. Maybe you see this, by the way. Anybody's hacked. Okay, so much easier. Instantly got a kill, get out. Yeah, you create this big potential, and you have better spawn. So you guys have an instant advantage. The enemy, it takes so much time for them to come back. What's your setup option now? Where can you go?
I could play top right, like in the window.
Yeah. Top right, exactly, and this forms this maybe 90 angle, for example. Yeah. It seems like easier. It's a little bit too forced as well. You have to go really deep on the backline to make a play. But what if I go from here to here, sit a little bit, and then try to go? This is even more convenient. And then you also being like a tracer in a way, or sombra. You constantly creating this mental threat. They constantly gonna be aware of you and think, oh, the Doomfist is in the backline. What are we gonna be doing about that? So they turn around. This is okay. They've been really low, so you can play main there. Now we're gonna get a setup. What are your options here? The best position.
I could play top left on the high ground,
Top
kind of where
left
the
and
window
top.
is.
Yeah. Well, this one or this one here? What do you think?
That one, the one closer to them.
Yeah. I would say so too. There's good potential to hide as well, because you know the fight is gonna take place in here. This choke, I think, definitely not bad, and you might also challenge anybody who will take that position. But now you see it more like a Ryan sort of, yeah. Like this is a place where you would be with Reinhardt or Sigma. Actually, Sigma you don't have as much mobility, so you typically don't have time to set up a lot of times. You still should be doing that, but see, it's like so much harder. Make it easy for your Bab do something. Yeah, make it easy for the Genji to blade. Yeah, punch them towards the team or punch them in the wall if you like. But it's also gonna be easier done from the good angles. That's what it feels like. Mechanically, there's no problem. It feels you're landing the punch, you're landing the abilities. That's okay. Okay, that's fine. Let's see again. Don't waste your time. Go in here. Go in here and instantly challenge this. Yeah. Just do it right away. Nice. From here you create this a lot of value. A lot of value because the enemy just sees you here. They start walking backwards. They maybe will try to challenge you, but then this creates you a lot of potential to punish the enemy. That's what I mean. Your positioning, it should be you should be able to have cover, like enough potential to hide, not be overpoked. But because you're playing such aggressive angle, the enemy will have to make a move to punish you. And because they make a move, you punish them. Yeah, you make them waste abilities because of those positions which you take. Like this one. This is great. Junkrat, he used his mind. You get the power punch. I would just say probably stay there longer if you can. Like don't drop. You got boob there though, but make sure you don't play on the edge too much. Same thing there. You needed to set up again. And then you walked a little bit too far forward. It seems, yeah. I guess similar thing for you, and it's just same with the Sigma. You also need to watch the timing. Yeah, this is the second pattern. What it feels like. If I'm trying to punch this guys, there are two things for you to look for mainly. Same as a Sigma. You either really confidently get a kill, then you can do it whenever. So yeah, get a kill, can attack whenever, or if you attack here. If you're not confident in getting a kill, then you need the rest of your team to be able to follow up. So you want to be really careful when you're committing that deep inside the sidelines. Yeah, I don't have the rest of my core. Well, they're sort of close, but not too close. They're actually fighting this guy over there, the Kiriko, as well. So it's gonna be tough for you to do anything. So any sort of decisions you could have done to be able to synchronize with the rest of your core. Yeah, how to make sure your team is able to follow what you could be doing potentially.
In that scenario, I probably could have turned around and just shot the Curie or punched her.
Yeah, but turn around. Yeah, turn around. This is really important. I'm thinking you just need to get enough information to be able to make proper decision. But when should you turn around exactly? What is the best time for you to do so?
When someone commits on my backline.
Well, maybe this can be one of the triggers. Sure. You can also use this. Let's just say, yeah, this time when you have the downtime, basically, you see you've done your cycle, like now. Just confirm where the rest of your team is, so you will not make any silly decisions to go too far forward. Because if you would do so, you would notice this, maybe. You would notice that your I don't know, like the rest of your core as well, where like your BAP is slightly on the back too. That helps your decision making. Just try to make sure you turn around the downtime. So I'm gonna write it down. Turn around the downtime, and it's 1. You used, if you use your cooldowns, that is one of the most common ones. You're usually gonna be around some sort of cover as well. So like you've been here, yeah, when you use these cooldowns. That's typical. Take it slow. Take it slow. You don't have to rush it too much. Yeah, of course it feels like you had big advantage. You need to push instantly. Try to capitalize of it, but it's always better when you're trying to form those good habits with the timing and everything. You need to take it slow at the start. Take it slow, and eventually you will build up the speed. That's about it. It's always like in any other sport. You go to the gym, they always tell you, okay, start doing exercise slow. Yeah, start doing something slow, and then once you feel like you're doing it right, yeah, everything's perfect, your techniques, everything's good, then you can start doing it faster. Yeah, or like maybe get bigger weight. Here is just you're a little bit too fast, and this is not the best space for you to be fast at. Yeah, you could be fast, but you could be going after the Kiri. That's why it's so important. Making sure you scout, see what's happening. And see, again, you're skipping the setup. Yeah? Go somewhere. Well, if you know that they're gonna push, okay, they have an advantage, okay, fine. Like, if you want to push them back to as well, go in here. They're gonna look at you. The team walks forward, you landed easier punch towards that wall, or towards your core. That's pretty good. Okay. Trying to survive. Nice, get a kill. Okay. Much less comfortable. Don't fight them face to face then, yeah? Same thing. I've used the fact that you got your mobility. So see, this is better. You went in the back. So we're creating this another angle of pressure. And the rest of your team is over here. So now you're making them stuck inside those uncomfortable areas where your team is easily able to shoot. And then you also punch them towards the wall. Creates big value. That was nice. Yeah. Nice. What's your setup option now for this last choke here? What do you think?
Could play top right window.
Yeah, just go through the window here. I don't think it's too bad. You can also maybe challenge this top left. Potentially, why not? Especially if you know anybody's gonna take it, you can maybe challenge them slightly. But yeah, I think this is one of the best angles for you to play at. You will feel much more confident in punching anybody there too. Anybody who comes from the right side or on the point. Okay. Nice. So we captured the point. Let's see the defense. The defense is gonna be about the same. Yeah, your angles and making sure you synchronize the pressure with the rest of your team, it feels like. Now, what are your setup options right away? What's your thoughts?
I I could shoot where I am right
Hmm.
now. Kind of stay behindish
Yep.
on the tower. Kind of peek left side.
Yeah. It's not too bad, it feels, yeah. Just okay. You see, when you sit here, this is creates this off angle because the rest of your core, well, some of them over here, some of them in a hotel. I think this is decent, but could you try to maintain this position for longer? Could you try to maintain your angle for a little bit longer?
Yeah, probably.
How you could do so? So see, you're getting pushed. Okay, you use this is the slam punch away, but see now you're back with the rest of your core. Could you be going towards that same kind of type of off angles, 90 or 180 angles after? Possibly.
I probably could have went on the cast. He was just kind of alone there. Like if I punched him,
Hmm.
they'd have to go back around or run in.
Yeah, yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. I think it's gonna be near. It's gonna be near the Cassidy, maybe. But then you can also don't go on something right away. You can set up near the position. So, for example, if I go in here, this is pretty decent. I can just take this position eventually and exist in here, create this 180 angle and constantly slam, punch something, and depending on what you want to do. You probably would do what? Punch and then slam away. And then you will not end up in the space where you stuck with the rest of your core. You're constantly gonna be distracting the enemy team from those back positions. Yeah, same way as Bernard was doing. Yeah, they're not being stuck with the rest of their core unless there's a big advantage. Yeah, you always wanna make sure you maintain the angles as much as possible. I guess. Okay. Yeah. So from here, well, what are your options? I'm thinking maybe taking this top left window might be possible. Yeah, playing on that ledge could be good enough. Also, look for the same type of punch. You see, also punch towards your team. This is quite nice. Yeah. For example. Okay, we got some minutes left. I'm thinking it's probably good time if we summarize. If we summarize all what we mentioned so far. Yeah,
Yep.
what do you got out of today, basically? Yeah, what we went over, what you learned.
With the Sigma, I kind of want to save rock for when people commit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or to force out cooldowns in specific scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
Um, with Doomfist, I kind of want to create the more off angles that they have to like what they call again 90 angles or 180s, where I'm forced to look in uh different spots rather than just in front of my team. And then when I engage, I kind of want to punch them into my team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
then also with Sigma, my shield placements, I kind of want to make it so they have to like walk in before they start shooting my shield rather than just be able to shoot it from their backline.
Yeah, I think this is good. Yeah. Oh, okay, I'm just writing down with the punch as well. There are definitely times when you can also punch them in a perpendicular way. Yeah, make sure it's angled like 90 angle. That is fine. Yeah, so I'm gonna write down a punch from 90 angle or 180. 180 is a lot of times really valuable, but also try to combine it with a wall. Yeah, make sure there's a wall though. Even though you're punching them towards your sidelines, you can still create a skill potential a little bit. You're just kind of pushing the enemy towards your core. Yeah, and maybe sometimes you can punch them out in the open as well if you recognize there's quite a lot your team can do with that, but a lot of times it's gonna be combined with the wall, 100%. With your rock, okay, rock. I just wanna think how to put it because yeah, you mentioned it right. You need the enemy team to make a commitment. I'm just thinking. I'm gonna put it this way: you using the rock on anyone who is being active, so it's either one, you can get a kill, yeah. So it's you just watch, yeah, based on the factors, yeah. Maybe you can get a kill, or if your team can follow up, yeah, if your team is able to control space with you, yeah. Sync pressure with your team, and the second usage of your rock is more frequent. This is really important. You just want to watch. Okay, if there's no kill potential, and then make sure, yeah, then make sure the rest of your core is able to follow up on anything. Mm-hmm. Just watching those factors, yeah, like key factors, understanding what active means. Yeah, I'm just gonna write down what active, yeah, what active means so far. It's one. Anyone who used their CDs, anyone who use CDs, especially defensive or mobility, anyone who is walking forward, yeah, like we mentioned, commit towards your space. That is another one. Or generally speaking, yeah, if you find also the HP is pretty low, that is something you can keep an eye on, but it's kind of connected to the resources, yeah, the CDs and such. Okay, low HP. Yeah, I would look after those three factors for now. Your shield management, yeah, you just said it correctly. Yeah, exposing to the area where most of your team can control space. That is how I'm gonna phrase it there in the summary. With Doomfist, yeah, just been mainly two things: map control and timing. Is the rest of your core? Yeah, I think that's enough. Yeah, do you have any final questions about all of this, what we mentioned today, or yeah?
Um, no, not really.
Okay, no questions. Then what I would do later